Okay, so this is a very popular video that is going around the internet. A young man is headed for the death penalty, but the court is saying that, you know, he should stay alive because we can get a lot of free labor out of him. And I want you to hear the conversation between the state and the judge. They're basically saying he is healthy. We can get years of labor out of him. We shouldn't kill him. But let me just tell you something. You got people ready for your life more than you're ready for your own life. This is the biggest trick on young black men. The biggest trick is tricking you out of your life, making you believe that what's happening in the street is real shit that matter. You can't handle a judge. You can't even handle sentencing. He's crying behind sentencing. If you ain't ready to die, you shouldn't be ready to kill. That's how it works. If you ain't ready to die, you shouldn't be ready to kill. But see, what happens is, this is why they keep you high. This is why they keep you drunk. This is why they keep you fueled on music. This is why they keep you fucking bitches. Because as long as you can be out of your mind, you're in the perfect position to serve a life sentence. You're in the perfect position to get free labor out of you so that the Fortune 500 companies can continue to make their money. And here's something else that I want to say, because what's happening very frequently is a lot of young black men are convinced that they got to get quick money, that they got to hit the streets fast. You want to know what's crazy? You allow this system to convince you that you need money fast, that you got to get it quick, that you can't wait, only for you to go to jail and serve a life sentence and don't make a fucking dime. You see the game that this society plays on you? Let me tell you something, young man. Not this man in particular, but the next young man who is on his way to do something stupid. It ain't worth it. I hate to be this person because I know that you all like to be coddled and held like a little baby. But as you can see, between the interaction between the judge and the state, no one is going to hold you. They are prepared for you. They are ready for you. They are even championed for you to stay alive so that they can kill you. I'm Madam President with a Z. I'm 100% politically incorrect. You need to share this video with a young black man who needs his life changed. Now is the time.
And based on Mr. Galbraith's
age, physical abilities, things like that, do you think that the prison would benefit from him
in a work capacity if he were sentenced to life without parole?
I say yes, from my experience, not only just in prosecution, but as former ward and even as a jail administrator. He's someone that's young, he's healthy. In reality, we need that labor, we need that sweat equity, and we will put them out there to work because we have an aging prison population, jail administration. We have that, so with these young individuals.
There were owners of private prisons who were suing the states they are contracted to imprison people in because they don't have enough prisoners, because the state got lax on some of their laws and decided to be more lenient on incarceration. So you have a state government that goes, all right, we ain't gonna put as many people in prison. But the private company running the prison go, nah, motherfucker, you promised us 80% capacity at all times. We at 50% capacity. Go catch some niggas and bring them and or reimburse me for the people that are not in here. And the state can't afford to do it. So they locked up in court right now.
Damn.
This is the book of Jude, verse 24. Now unto him that is able to keep you from falling and to present you faultless before the presence of his glory with exceeding joy, to the only wise power, our Savior, be glory and majesty, dominion and power, both now and ever, so be it. Giving our praises, our honor, and our glory to the Heavenly Father and his only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Raha Kodash, and double honor to my teachers, the apostles, the elders, and the bishops of Great Millstone, who watch over our souls. Shalom to the Yakim worldwide that are sincere and serious doing the will of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Raha Kodash. 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 1 and 2 to you all. Stay strong and stay mighty, and take not the Holy Spirit from us, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. I'm the brother, the disciple Kushab Benyamin from the branching Great Millstone in Barbados. And you see the two videos in the intro The first one here, instead of the death penalty, here's why. Basically using the slaves as free labor so that the wealthy can stay wealthier while they profit off of the backs of your tribes. Ultimately, other nations are involved as well. You so-called white man, East Indian, etc. But the target is your tribes. There's the reggae song, 95% black and 5% white in jail. Take that, Junior Reid, because it is nothing but you're nothing but a wallet to them. You're nothing but a wallet to them. You understand? And these Edomites, the wealthy that own the prisons, is right. There will be. Let me hear this woman say here. Let me hear what's saying here. No, where it is.
But as former ward and even as jail administrator, he's someone that's young, he's healthy.
He's someone that's young, healthy.
In reality, we need that labor.
We need that paper. I'm telling you right in your fucking face, big man.
That sweat equity, and we would put them out there to work because we have had an aging prison population, jail administration.
Agent, whoa. Whoa.
We have that, so with these young individuals.
Let me get the book of Isaiah. Let me start with that, right? This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 10, verse 1. It says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. So, with absent men in the home,
There were owners of
with absent men in the home, boys being raised up, to fend for themselves. So they're going in the streets. The wealthy target the women, the mothers, right? Because she has no guide, the man in there, and majority of them take a bride to sell out the sons, to sell out the fathers, to sell out the husbands, you know what I mean? So what the man would try to get his life back on track is always a stumbling block, to make sure he ends right back up in jail. See? You know what I mean? They put things in place to make sure you tribes, you men, end up in jail so that they can keep their pockets fat. You understand? Which is an unrighteous decree, big man. You see? This is the book of Psalms. They will be paid back, boy. They will be paid back. Psalm 94, a verse. Psalm 94, hold a minute. Yeah. Psalm 94, verse 20. Right? It says, shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by a law? You see? So all these different decrees they're bringing out, right? Which frameth mischief, right? Injustice, as the NLT says here. You understand? It's going to say, let us oppress. Let me get the idea. Let us oppress. Right? Let us. Wisdom of Solomon 2 and verse 10. Right? If you start at 1, you can see what it's talking about, right? They jump out of 1 and then go to verse 10. For the ungodly said reasoning with themselves, but not aright. Our life is short and tedious, and in the death of a man there is no remedy, neither was there any man known to have returned from the grave. Jump it down, right? So there's the ungodly. That's sort of thinking, right? Verse 6. Come on, therefore, let us enjoy the good things that are present, and let us speedily use the creatures like as in youth. Let us fill ourselves with costly wine and ointments, and let no flower of the spring pass by us. Let us crown ourselves with rosebuds before they be withered. Let none of us go before his part of our voluptuousness. Let us leave tokens of our joyfulness in every place, for this is our portion, and our lot is this. Verse 10 is the point. Let us oppress the poor righteous man. Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the age. Let our strength be the law of justice, for that which is feeble, meaning us, is found to be nothing worth. That's what they're saying, right? They're saying we are worthless. They're saying, we don't mean nothing. You know, so we have no life. So that's why they're putting all these things in place, and seeing all men, all young men, old men, even women, put in stumbling blocks so they can be locked up, so that they can profit. You understand? Them and the government are in cahoots. As you see here, if the government don't fulfill, they can sue based on what's on the contract. You understand? But the government can't afford to pay all that money, so what they gonna do? But we gotta find ways to get these men, these young men in prison, boy. We gotta find some way, boy. So what we gonna do here, big boy? What we gonna do? You know what I mean? Let me target. Let me see how the music industry goes. You know what I mean? Let me indoctrinate them to, like what the other woman say, fast money. You know what I mean? What's fast money? Drugs and guns. What's fast money? Fast money is drugs, guns. You know what I mean? Maybe even robbery. You know what I mean? That's fast money to them. You see? Dog fights. You know what I mean? Right? That'd be quote unquote fast money. But the mere fast money is drugs, big man. You see? Or stealing cars, call it a chop shop. You know what I mean? You steal cars, you take out the engine number. You know what I mean? Refurbish it, brum, and you flip it. You know what I mean? So that's what this world breeds, you know. So GHC on TV. You know what I mean? Like 50 Cent got a song, Get Rich or Die Trying. You know what I mean? So you got the wrong mindset because you're being fed wrong. So you're pushing that same energy out there, trying to, relive this, trying to live this dream that you that get planted in your head. While the government and the prison owners just plotting on your downfall so that they can profit off of you. You understand? This is the book of James 5:1. Right? This is the book of James. You see everything for a time, James 5:1. Misuse of riches. Go to now, ye rich men. Weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted. You see how they get corrupted? By doing things like this, big man. You understand? Money don't rust. Money don't... Well, silver and gold, the people we got here now, that's just fiat currency, which means so let it be. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be backed by silver and gold, and it is backed by nothing. So they just print money out of this thing here. You see? But real money is silver, gold, wealth, land. You know what I mean? Resources. You understand? That's where you get, that's real wealth. It's going to say Abraham was rich in gold. Can I find that? Just to prove that point, right? Just to prove that point, Abraham. Can I find it? Let me see if we can find it. Abraham was rich. No, man. Abraham, it's one I see Abraham was rich in gold. Wait, my Abraham or Lot. Abraham. Remember, he and Lot had to separate because I had a lot of Now I just want to prove that point, right? Just to show you, Abraham was rich in gold. That's how it goes, my brother. Genesis 13. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Abram. Genesis 13, verse 2. And then we can go back. Genesis 13, verse 2, right? And Abram went up out of Egypt, verse 1, he and his wife, and all that he had, and Lot with him in the south. And Abram was very rich in cattle, in silver, and in gold. See, that was real money. Not this fiat currency we got here. Is right? But the wealthy make it, the wealthy made money to be this modern day paper money we got here. And now really it gone digital. So you seen a couple zeros with whatever figure at the front on the screen now. You understand? But that could be way to just like that, brother. You know what I mean? Right? James 5:2, your riches are corrupted, you see, and your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you. Cankered because of the unrighteous decrees they're doing, how to do to get it. You understand? And shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasure together for the last days. See? NLT, it says, your gold and silver are corroded. The very wealth you were counting on will eat away your flesh like fire. This corroded treasure you have hoarded will testify against you on the day of judgment. See? For listen, hear the cries of the field workers whom you have cheated of their pay. You see, that's how you get corroded. That's how you get corrupted. Is right? We're falling back money. We're falling back the pay. In the law, it says, when a man don't work at the end of the day, he's supposed to get him money. Right? The cries of those who harvest your fields have reached the ears of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai of heaven's armies. See? You have spent your years on earth in luxury. I read that in Wisdom of Solomon just now. Satisfying your every desire. You have fattened yourselves for the day of slaughter. You have condemned and killed innocent people who do not resist you because we ain't got the power to do it. You understand? We ain't got the power to do it, brother. So what they do? Let us oppress the poor righteous man. You Negroes, Latinos, Native American, is the man he from the Northern Kingdom, big man. Ephraim, little Ephraim. Either Ephraim or Issachar, big man. I look how he react there, look, I can't believe it, fuck. So, you see? So, modern day slavery, brother, for profit. Prison is modern day slavery, brother. You understand? For profit. But we remember the Lord watching, you know, the Heavenly Father sees everything, big man. Right? And you will pay, boy. Hey, you know what scripture says? You know what scripture says? Wait a minute. Let me get here now. Wait. Souls of men. Right? But there we Lord say here now. This is Proverbs. Chapter 15 and verse 3. The eyes of Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, are in every place, beholding the evil and the good. So what they're doing, big man, this prison system here is an evil system, brother. Evil system, big man. Constantly put things in place for Jade to fall, big man. Revelation 18 and 13, right? This is the elites here, right? Right? Controlling the economy of the world with all these things here, right? Verse 11, and the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her. This is when, you know what? Revelation 18. I mean, this chapter is heavy, but 9. Lament for Babylon. Which Babylon this says? This is Babylon the Great. Babylon was already destroyed. You understand? When John was on the island of Patmos. So this is talking about New Babylon. This is modern day Babylon here, the Great. Lament for it. Because it's too fucking wicked, brother. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and live deliciously, yeah? With her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, that great city, Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. I even saw on the comment board here, this woman's husband was locked up, serving a 30-year sentence. They had no evidence on this man. They no guns, no fingerprints, nothing. Just locked the man up. And she fighting every day. He's supposed to go on parole next month, she said. You know what I mean? And they're hoping that he can be finally released because they have no evidence on this man. That's why they got something called the Innocence Project, I think they will call it. Where when people get found innocent of a crime they did 20 years ago, 30 years ago. You know what I mean? They get rewarded money. You know what I mean? I wonder if we can find out here. They just get reward money. Right? Let's get reward money for being in jail wrongfully. Right? Innocence Project. There's one here like fair use, fair use, fair use, fair use. I don't own the rights. I'm just using this for educational purposes, right? I'm not monetized, nor do I plan to be monetized, all right?
Arrested by NYPD detective Louis Scarcella, Bunn later spent 16 years behind bars and then 11 years out on parole, where he still fought to prove his innocence. Then finally, his conviction was overturned based on the wrongdoing of Detective Scarcella and the fact that there wasn't even probable cause to arrest Bunn in the first place.
I want y'all to know that y'all convicted and had a wrong man in prison.
And after 27 years of fighting to clear his name, he is finally exonerated.
I want to say thank you, because in 27 years, I've been fighting for my life.
But before he leaves the courtroom, he has a moment with the judge. Bunn later filed a lawsuit against the city of New York and Detective Scarcella. This is...
See? So you file a lawsuit, and some people just get back money, big man. Because this is an unrighteous decree, brother. There's an unrighteous decree, and you devils getting paid, big man, for all the mismanaging of the earth, the resources, and the people. Let me go back to Revelation 18, man. You think the Lord sleeping? Boy, can't wait till the Lord return, boy. Boy, that could be a joyous fucking occasion seeing Babylon fall, big man. You can't hold. Huh? For all the wickedness you're doing, big man, the pharmaceutical industry, the medical industry, the justice system, Lord, so the food industry. I just was saying it just now. The oranges, you know that for the World Cup, big man, it was Norway. Norway was bringing food from their own country to raid the World Cup. It's because they don't trust American food, big man. They don't trust American food, brother. So this whole system, America means bitter, big man. It is a pit, big man. It is nothing but death, brother. And that whole system has spread globally, big man. Psalms 37 and 35. I have seen the wicked in great power and spreading himself like a green bay tree. So the influence, which is a negative, death-like influence, is all over the world, big man. You can't live in this society, big man. You understand? Even funerals cost thousands of dollars, holding the body, you know what I mean? Embalming the body so you can find your money, do this and that, big man. Thousands of fucking dollars, big man. Huh? The fucking clothes making all the plastic, going in your bloodstream, going in your brain, causing Alzheimer's. This is nothing but death, big man. Revelation 18 and 11. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore. Why? Because the shop shut. You understand? The shop shut, big man. All the drugs, all the guns, all the sex, people trafficking. You know what I mean? You name it, big man. The merchandise of gold and silver and precious stone. Let me see the merchandise here, right? No man buy their merchandise anymore, right? Good. The merchandise of gold and silver and precious stones and of pearls and fine linen and purple and silk and scarlet and all thine wood and all manner vessels of ivory and all manner vessels of most precious wood and of brass and iron and marble and cinnamon and odors and ointments and frankincense and wine and oil and fine flour and wheat and beasts and sheep and horses and chariots and slaves and swords of men. Merchandise, big man. Merchandise, brother. And the fruits that thy soul lusteth after, read I in Wisdom of Solomon and another chapter there earlier, right? Are departed from thee. So all the money when a hoarding, you understand, is gonna be depart from you. Ain't get buried. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Get buried and get transferred, right? Wait a minute. Sirach 10 and 8. Ecclesiasticus 10 and 8. This place is wicked, big man. It's so fucking wicked, boy. You can't. You won't hear Malik Vocab Malone address things like this because of unrighteous dealings. This is an unrighteous dealing here, big man. This is an unrighteous dealing here, brother. You understand? This is an unrighteous dealing here. You understand? Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. So we're about to inherit everything, man. It's right? I ain't gotta worry about looking over his shoulder. The police ain't gonna be racially profiling me. You understand? How he get that Mercedes Benz? Get pulled over, license and registration. Huh? All that can't get me done with, big man. Even judges ain't exempt, big man. Saw a video of a female judge, a so-called Negro female judge, big man, get pulled over by this police officer. You understand? It's only when she get out because she had on she judge robe. Oh shoot, you're a judge? Yes, I'm a judge, and I will see you in court. You understand? And you get fired. You see? Remember when Nathaniel said that is get paid. That is get paid to go in the neighborhoods, go in the ghetto, right? And target the tribes. It says, and the fruits that thy soul lusteth after are departed from thee, and all things which were dainty and goodly are departed from thee, and thou shalt find them no more at all. So you're gonna be wealthy anymore. You're gonna be on top anymore, big man. You see? The merchants of these things which were made rich by her, yeah, you other nations that took part in, you understand? That took part in this unrighteous dealing, shall stand afar off for the fear of her torment, weeping and wailing, and saying, alas, alas, that great city that was clothed in fine linen and purple. Yeah, because you could become rich by doing anything over here, big man. and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls. For in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught, and every shipmaster, all the company in ships, and sailors, and as many as trade by sea, still afar off. Watching movie Taken with Liam Neeson. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. But I will find you. I will kill you. Whether they're kidnapping women, young girls, young Edomite girls, huh? And other nations' girls too. The one with Sylvester Stallone, huh? I forget that one, boy. That was one to when his granddaughter. And Croy, when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city? Because we could do anything, big man. We could do anything and make money. And they cast dust on their heads and Croy weeping and wailing, saying, alas, alas, that great city wherein were made rich, see? All that had ships in the sea by reason of her costliness, for in 1 hour is she made desolate. See? So you can be made desolate, man. You did too much unrighteous decrees. You know what I mean? And the Lord sees the boy, and he's coming to judge this world, big man. And tear down all you Edomites, big man. It's like a domino effect. Once the Edomites start to fall, you other nations can start to fall with them. You understand? Boom. Until this kingdom is no more. When our Lord returns, man. Stay strong, stay mighty. Shalom.